Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Free Texas Campaign Voices from Behind the Wall. Of course, I am the queen. If you would, please share this in your circle of influence. I told you y'all was gonna be in for a treat on today. 2 hours. I'm gonna be sharing about the Free Texas Campaign. For those that do not know, I am one of the co-founders of the Free Texas Campaign. The change that we desire to see in this world, and we desire to see change in the state of Texas concerning the prison system and the judicial system. So I've been allowing these individuals to come on and to share whatever is laid on their hearts today, to share with you guys so that y'all can see what is really going on behind prison walls. So I have another um individual that's going to be sharing. So I'm going to allow him the opportunity to introduce himself and to share from whatever perspective he would like to share on today. If you would please introduce yourself.
How you doing today? My name is Casey Woodard, and today I want to touch on consequences.
Amen.
And this point of consequences is basically thinking about your actions and how your actions reflected on the people in your lives. And that's what I want to touch on today about, because a lot of times people, they look at themselves and they look at the situations and the circumstances of what they're in, and they always talk about me. Look what happened to me. Look what's going on in my life. Look what the wrong that this person done to me. But how did it get that way? How did it turn around for you to be able to be in that situation? And what are the individuals that's in your inner circle? How are they feeling about what happened to you and what you've done to them? You don't do no reconsideration about your actions and what it done to the people that's in your inner circle or the people that love you. Only thing you're looking at that particular time when you're going through whatever you're going through, and it becomes like on a selfish motive. You look at those things, and it's always like self-gratification. I want to get me done at that particular time. It's about what's going on in my life. I want to satisfy that monster at that particular time to ever to be able to do what I want to do, but you don't look at the casualties that you caused and behind the wake of your storm that you created. And I want to touch on these things right now to let people know, and you have to seek it. And you have to want it, and you have to embrace it. The first thing you got to do, you got to reflect on the consequences of your actions. You got to seek out forgiveness. And then you got to go in, and then you got to be accountable and responsible for that, and you got to own it. And a lot of people don't want to own the wrong because they don't want to look like they did anything wrong about what happened. So, this is what I want to say is, for my journey and what it took for me to get to where I'm at right now, I had to look deep inside myself. And I have to say that I caused a lot of the pain. I caused a lot of the struggles that's going on in my life. And I caused pain to others. Because at that particular time I was selfish. I was angry about how my life had went. I was searching for love, and I didn't know how to get it. And I didn't have an understanding of what love really was. Deprivation of understanding of not having a father figure in my life, that took some from me, and it scarred me. Because I can't take anything from my family member, my mother. My mother did the best she could with what she knew how to, what it was, the type of man she wanted me to become. And sometimes I feel like that I failed that image that I was supposed to be. Because see, I am a young kid, and I didn't know what it was to be a man because I never had that father figure in my life to teach me what it was to be a man. And then when you do have those things, you go out and seek other avenues for what it is to be a man. What it is, what is the principles? What is the morals? What is the goals? What is the objective of what it is to be this individual that I idolize, but I never had in my life? I never had that perfect father figure. And a father figure isn't perfect. Because the image of my father, he was abusive. He didn't just beat my mother in front of me. I went to stay with him one summer. He beat my stepmother in front of me and broke her jaw. So I've seen the violent part of domestic violence, and it shaped my mind to, I don't know, it gave me a warped view because my father told me, he said that he wanted me to be this certain type of individual, this is what a man is about. But yet still, when it was being a man, you was abusive. You beat the women that you said you love, and you hurt them. So I looked at that and I said that he was my monster, and I didn't want to be anything like him. So I tried to do everything contradictory to what he did. I wanted to be different from him. I didn't want to be nothing like him. But I had to look at the things that happened in my life, and eventually I took on some of the characteristics that my father had. I seen my father do, and I hurt individuals in my life. And it's about being accountable for that, and then looking at the consequences of how I got to where I was. Was it right? Was it wrong? Definitely it was wrong, because I left a trail of mass destruction behind me in my wrong decision making. I've been part of domestic violence. I was a contributor to domestic violence. Today I ask for forgiveness for anyone that I wronged and I contribute to changing their lives in a negative way, because that's never was my purpose. And you gotta seek out those individuals at times if they're willing to communicate and say, allow you to be able to have the point of getting forgiveness from them. Consequences of my actions. Now today, I look at my mother, who she got cancer. She got terminal cancer. It's growing all in her body. My brother, he's got cancer. COVID came. Last time I had seen him was February 9th, 2020. Last month I just seen him for the first time after 3.5 years. My mother, she came in a walker, but she's barely walking to come and see me. Now when I go into the visiting room, I'm looking at this woman, the patriarch of our family, my queen, the woman I worship. And I looked at her, and she's not even the image that I remember her in. She looks frail, but I see love sparkling in her eyes for her son. It hurt me deeply to see this woman coming through a gate, thinking about it, getting pat down on this walker to come and see her son incarcerated. Made me think about it, the sacrifice that she made to believe in me, regardless of everything that I've done. She accepted me as I am. But you know what she told me? She said, baby, I just want you to make me one promise, that you'll do good and that you'll be a better man. I sought out change for a reason. Before the achievement came, I started implementing things in my life to be a better person. I started taking programs. I'm in a program called Bridges to Life. I'm in Toastmasters. I'm in these things for a reason because I want to be different. I want to be accountable for my actions. I want to take responsibility for what happened in my life, but I want to be in consideration of what happened in other people's lives without cause the damage that I caused in their lives. Seeking forgiveness, restoration, people to be a better version of what they're supposed to be in life. I want to be a coach. I want to be a coach in here for other people. So I got into Bridges to Life. I finished the program, and I just started. They invited me to come back as an encourager, and a motivator for the ones that's in the program now. I want to change the minds of individuals that's here because they need help. They need to know that you don't have to be the same person that you was before. But first thing they have to do is they gotta take responsibility for their actions, and then you have to show them what was the consequences of their actions, because you hurt people in the wake of your storm, and that's what happened with me. I hurt a lot of individuals. I want to help rebuild that relationship back with the individuals. Give them a way to talk to me. Why did I do what I did? Because sometimes people need an explanation. Why did you do what you did to me at that particular time? And some people want that answer. Some people are afraid to get that answer. And some people, they still run because they like being where they at. They like being comfortable to say that this is who I am. But that's true. It ain't true at all. That's a lie. That ain't who God meant you to be. And a lot of people run away from religion. They run away from belief. They run away from faith. Because they're afraid of letting go. They like the vices that makes them who they are. They like the band-aids they have in their life. They like the drugs, the alcohol, the money. They're always running and chasing something to cover up the hurt, the pain. And then you don't know that these things are the cause, and even make it deeper to you being who you are. It contributes to you being the person that you are. Is that true?
Yes.
Today, as I talk to you, I get emotional sometimes because I didn't want this. I didn't want this at all. I never thought I'd be in prison again. It's the last place I thought that I'd ever be. But I had a choice and decision on what happened. I chose wrong at that particular time. Why? Emotionally imbalanced, emotionally unstable. Was I can't make excuses. And I'm not going to make excuses. Yes, I was hurt, but I was confrontation. I could have left. And you know, you always get warning before things happen. Out of nowhere, my mother called me. I don't know if it was instinctual. I don't know if it was just God gave it to her, but she called me. She said, "Baby, what you doing?" I said, "Nothing. I was driving around." And I was driving around because the guy that my wife was cheating on me, he called me and he threatened me. And I was looking for him. And my mother said, "Baby, what are you doing?" I said, "Nothing. I'm not doing nothing." She said, "No, baby." She said, "I hear something in your voice." She said, Come over to the house. Don't go nowhere else. Come over." I said, "No, Mom, I'm all right." She said, "No, baby, come over here." She said, "I feel like you're going to do something you ain't supposed to be doing." She said, "Casey, come to my house." But I didn't. And when I think about that, Miss Angela, I'm like, wow. God gave her something at that particular time because she knew her son was in trouble. I got a daughter. She got 3 kids. I got 3 grandbabies. Last year, my mental illness right now. He's got things he's going through in his life. I pray to God that he protect him and keep him safe so I get home. My niece, my nephews, my great niece, my great nephews, my sisters, my brothers. You don't think about the foundation that you are a part of in your family until you're in a situation where you have to reflect and look at those things. My baby boy in North Carolina, I used to go get him every summer. My choices and decisions took me out of their lives. I left a vacuum there. I left a void because of my consequences of my actions. If anybody out there and you're listening to this right now and you're feeling that you're about to do something that's going to cause a waking a storm in other people's lives, think about it. Think about the other individuals that's in your lives right now and the importance that you are to those individuals. Can you change? Yes. Because that one incident when you say that you don't care, I'm going to do what I want to do at that time, just know there's consequences behind it. There's consequences behind those actions. I'm a living example of that right now. I'm sitting in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for 50 aggravated years behind the consequences of my actions. I'm trying to fight for my freedom again so that I can be with part of my family. I got the opportunity to do that, Ms. Angela, and I'm still doing it, but I just want to put that on people's mind about the consequences of their actions. You got to think before you do it. If you need help, you got to seek it. I remember people trying to talk to me. I remember guys at the church I was belonged to trying to talk to me about my issues. I remember crying. I remember praying to God. I feel like that I was fighting a monster by myself. And the only monster that I was fighting was myself. Because I said, I can do it. I can fix my marriage. I can do this. It wasn't for me to do, though. I'm supposed to allow God to do it. I'm supposed to surrender everything and allow him to do it. Because he was giving me directions on how to do it. But I wanted to be the person to do it. I wanted to fix it. I wanted to do it. It was bigger than me, Ms. Angela. The monster I was fighting was bigger than me. But the monster I was fighting was myself. In here, I saw mental. It took up to recover. I can say 2011 to the psychiatrist. And big shout out to April Monroe. That was my therapist over on the style unit. She helped me. She talked to me. She allowed me to cry my pain out. She allowed me to recover and become whole again. There's good people in here that really tries to help you to regain some type of balance back into your life. Because I was lost. I was hurt. I was angry. I was pointing fingers. I was pointing fingers at everyone else, but I didn't point the finger at myself. Bridges of Life helped me to restore hope. It gave me the tool to not be a victim. And it gave me a respect to have towards individuals that I caused pain to. And it made me want to be a better man. It helped me to be responsible, accountable, seek redemption, forgiveness. I didn't know what those things meant, but I do now. And if I've wronged anyone, I ask for your forgiveness. And I forgive those that have wronged me. You can't worry about what other people say or think, because the people are allowed to have their opinions about whatever they're dealing with or whatever you're dealing with in life. That's their choice. But what matters is your opinion on what you feel about yourself. How do you look at yourself? How do you believe in you? We try to restore for people to believe in themselves. I try to help individuals in here because I feel like that a lot of them don't have a father figure, and a lot of them look at me as a father figure. They look at me as big uncle. They call me big uncle. But I make myself available. I want people to come out of prison better than what they was when they came in. I want them to change. Only thing you can do is you can guide the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. You can drive him to green pastures, but you can't make him eat the grass. Only thing you got to do is push him just a little bit. Just give him a gentle nudge. Talk to him. Be a voice in their ear. And that's what I try to do. They don't have the help that they actually need over here, but it's coming. It's coming. I see change in here. I see change in the environment, but they want to help people here now. So I see a change in the atmosphere that's going to happen around this Texas prison as far as what they want to do. We have some trades that's coming right now. So, like I said, recidivism, that's what we got to tackle right now, Ms. Angela. We got to tackle these things right now. And I appreciate the voice that you give me to be able to talk about these things. I just want people not to give up on their family members. Don't hold grudges. Don't be angry. If they had any kind of problems, because you know the problems of people in your lives, you know the addictions they had in their lives. You gotta open a channel for the communication with the people we love. That's what I've done. You gotta tear down these broken these walls that we build up around ourselves, thinking that we have to protect ourselves, and we blocking blessings, blocking the love, and a lot of us miss the love that we have in our lives. A lot of us don't know how to love, and we're afraid of it. We can't do these things anymore. And I just thank you, Ms. Hodges, for letting me talk.
Well, once again, I want to thank you for coming on and being a voice and allowing those to hear your side and to hear from you and your perspective. I tell you, it's not easy. And with us brown people, it's hard to talk about mental health because that's something that, a lot of us, we don't know what that is because people, we don't talk about it in our community. So the fact that, we realize that we can't do this alone, that we need help. And then not all the time that, you can throw a little oil on it. People think you can pray away everything. No, God provided these individuals and these different professions. So he knew what we would need. He knew everything that we would need in this world. So he provided outlets for us. So I'm thankful that you was able to find those outlets and utilize those outlets so that you can get whole again. So that God can truly use you, so that you could truly be a voice for those on the outside. I thank you for coming on and sharing. I pray that someone is blessed by your message on today. And not only are they blessed by your message on today, but they will be able to, if there's somebody out there that can assist, we're needing people to be a voice. We're needing people to stand up and say, enough is enough. And that we want to be the change that we desire to see in the state of Texas and around this world when it come down to the judicial system and it come down to prison, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind prison walls that we on the outside, we don't know unless you guys tell us. So I'm thankful for.
Let me add one last thing.
Go ahead.
If you got somebody in your family struggling with mental health, seek help. Seek professional help. I needed it. I'm a victim of my own self because I tried to commit suicide 3 times. It wasn't, all I can say is there's nothing but the hand of God on my life because I tried to get my life up. I ran away from my problems and I didn't want to deal with them. And I didn't know how to deal with the issues that were going on in my life. As being a young black male, I was hurt, I was lost, and I didn't know my identity of who I was. I struggled a long time with suicide, even with the last incident that brought me to prison. Because I felt like that it was easy for me to throw this life away and let it go instead of facing what was going on in my life. I feel like that my family didn't love me. I was listening to the voices in my head because, yes, you talk to yourself during those incidents when you're feeling that way. And I ask anyone, if you're ever going through a struggle like that, to seek help. Don't listen to anyone that's telling you, no, you don't need that, you don't need this. Black people we don't need this type of stuff. We don't go. All we got to do is pray it out. Go to your pastor. You need more than your pastor. Yes, they have their purpose. Religion has its purpose. I'm not telling you not to do it, but I'm telling you, seek professional help. And once again, if anyone is out there that can help in my situation, my name is Casey Woodard. My number is 168-3459. I appreciate you, Miss Angela. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you. Again, I thank you guys for tuning in. And if you would, just please share this in your circle of influence. You never know who may be able to assist these individuals. And you never know who may just need to hear a word. So I just want you guys to share this. I have one more that's going to be coming on. So y'all, see you back in a few minutes.